Welcome back to Bike Culture Hub. In 2026, Honda has done it again, reviving one of its most iconic names in a bold, playful, yet entirely modern package, the Honda Gorilla 125. This isn't just a motorcycle, it's a symbol of rebellion, fun, and freedom squeezed into a compact, punchy, and unmistakably charming frame. What once began life as a mini bike for amusement parks in the 60s has now evolved into a fully capable, street-legal, urban powerhouse. The Gorilla 125 is cheeky in size but serious in delivery. The moment you lay eyes on it, the 2026 Honda Gorilla 125 sparks a reaction. It looks like something straight out of a Japanese manga panel, short, stout, and funky, but with a confident stance that dares you to underestimate it. Honda has kept the core DNA intact: the tiny 12-inch wheels, the high-rise handlebars, the chunky tires, and that minimalist tank that seems to hover over the chassis. But now it's been redesigned with sharper LED lighting, a fully digital LCD instrument cluster, and modern styling cues like matte finish paint options, brushed metal highlights, and bold Gorilla decals that scream personality. Honda knew exactly what it was doing. This bike isn't just about getting from point A to B, it's about being seen, being unique, and standing out in a crowd full of conformity. Under the hood, or more accurately, under that playful tank, is a refined 124 cubic centimeters air-cooled, single-cylinder, 4-stroke engine borrowed and tuned from the successful MSX 125, GRUM. Producing a healthy 9.8 horsepower at 7,000 RPM and 10.4 Newton-meters of torque at 5,500 RPM, the Gorilla 125 is perfectly tuned for urban jungle maneuvers and twisty back-alley adventures. Don't let the small numbers fool you. Thanks to its incredibly light 104 kilograms curb weight, this bike zips through city traffic like a wasp on espresso. It feels alive. It feels nimble. And the engine has that delightful Honda smoothness, never straining, always eager. It's a commuter's dream, a beginner's joy, and even a veteran rider's guilty pleasure. The 4-speed manual transmission keeps the ride engaging. Each shift is slick, crisp, and rewards riders who like to stay in the power band. The gearing is optimized for low-end grunt, so the Gorilla 125 easily pulls away from stoplights and feels punchy up to its mid-speed range. Top speed hovers around 100 km per hour, which is more than adequate for urban and semi-highway rides. Sure, it won't be winning drag races, but that's never been the point of this bike. It's about character, about presence, about grinning from ear to ear on every short ride. What truly sets the 2026 Gorilla 125 apart is how it handles. Thanks to its short 1,200mm wheelbase, upright ergonomics, and low 775mm seat height, it offers tremendous agility and control, even for shorter riders. It feels like an extension of your body, allowing you to take on tight corners and urban chaos with the kind of confidence that bigger bikes often lack. The wide handlebars give great leverage, and the steering is featherlight. It feels like a motorized BMX, but with grown-up tech and refined engineering under the skin. Suspension duties are handled by $31 million front forks and a preload adjustable monoshock at the rear. While basic in construction, the damping is surprisingly competent. It absorbs bumps and potholes with grace, especially for a bike with such a short wheelbase. The Gorilla 125 isn't built for off-roading, but it's not afraid of rough patches, thanks to its beefy tires and well-calibrated suspension. It thrives in alleyways, cobblestones, and the kind of roads where bigger bikes feel clumsy. Braking is confident with a 220mm disc up front and a 190mm disc at the rear, coupled with Honda's combined braking system, CBS. In the base variant, an optional single-channel ABS in the premium trim. The brake feel is progressive and dependable, especially at urban speeds. There's enough bite without feeling too sharp, which again makes it perfect for beginners while still being entertaining for seasoned riders. Fuel efficiency? Of course. It's a Honda, after all. You're looking at a real-world figure of around 65 to 70 km/L, depending on your riding style. With a compact but decently sized 6-liter fuel tank, this translates into over 350 kilometers of range, more than enough for city hopping, daily commutes, and even occasional weekend escapades. Low on fuel? A full tank will cost less than a burger meal at a fancy cafe. Running costs are negligible, service intervals are generous, and reliability is class-leading. This is where Honda continues to dominate. It simply works, ride after ride, year after year. On the tech front, the 2026 Guerrilla 125 embraces the essentials but leaves out the gimmicks. The LCD dash displays speed, gear position, fuel level, trip meter, and clock. No Bluetooth, no ride modes, and thankfully, no unnecessary distractions. It's a purist's digital interface, made for riding, not swiping. That said, you do get LED headlamp and tail lamp, hazard lights, a pass switch, and a USB-C charging port discreetly tucked under the seat because let's face it, even the wildest gorillas need to charge their smartphones. Honda has priced the Guerrilla 125 smartly, targeting both budget-conscious riders and style-forward commuters. In the US and European markets, it's expected to start around $3,299. In Asian markets, particularly India and Southeast Asia, local pricing is more aggressive, roughly around 2.65 Indian rupees lakh INR or equivalent. That's a solid value for what is essentially a lifestyle machine, part toy, part tool, part conversation starter. Whether you're a college student, a city dweller tired of traffic, or an older rider craving some lighthearted thrills, the Guerrilla 125 offers a unique proposition at a price that won't break the bank. Colors? Honda went all out. You've got matte red, jungle green, urban silver, and the standout midnight banana yellow, which has quickly become the icon of the new Guerrilla's identity. Each color comes with contrast accents on the tank and fenders, and if you opt for the special edition, you even get retro racing stripes and a brown leatherette seat. Customization potential is immense. Aftermarket racks, crash guards, bar end mirrors, and even high-mounted exhaust kits are already in development by third-party brands. What makes the Guerrilla 125 even more special is its emotional appeal. It makes motorcycling fun again, stripped of pretense. You don't need to be fast. You don't need to be loud. You just need to be present. To enjoy the breeze on your face, the pop of the exhaust, and the curious stares you'll get as people point at your bike, smile, and ask, "Hey, what is that thing?" It's the kind of machine that builds community. Riders nod at you, pedestrians wave, kids cheer. It bridges generations, pulling at the heartstrings of old-school bikers who remember the original Guerrilla while inviting new riders to be part of something refreshingly different. And it's not just about style. It's about versatility. The Guerrilla 125 might look like a novelty, but it's got real-world capability. Use it for daily commutes, weekend rides, or even take it on a short tour with a backpack strapped to the rear rack. It can handle a bit of everything. And when you're done riding it, you can park it in your living room and stare at it like art, because honestly, it deserves a spotlight. As we wrap up this deep dive into the 2026 Honda Guerrilla 125, it's clear this isn't just another entry-level motorcycle. It's a celebration of fun, individuality, and Honda's incredible ability to merge heritage with modern engineering. In a world filled with serious machines chasing specs and lap times, the Guerrilla reminds us that two wheels can still be silly, joyous, and soul-satisfying. It's the motorcycle equivalent of a laugh with friends, a shot of espresso, a casual wheelie in a back alley. It doesn't take itself too seriously, and that's exactly why you'll fall in love with it. So if you've been waiting for a sign to fall back in love with motorcycling, or to start your journey on something truly unique, this is it. The 2026 Honda Guerrilla 125 is here, and it's swinging into the streets with attitude, nostalgia, and a whole lot of bite packed into its bark. This is Bike Culture Hub, and we'll see you in the next ride. Stay wild, stay curious, and as always, ride safe.